Now, it was a political opportunity for populist organization like the EFF to play to the gallery. And it's fine, they're doing their job. I'll act the same if I was them after losing such elections, and the last election is not growing, with a clear program that in 2026 there will not be EFF in this country, because no one is going to vote for a populist organization like that one. They're highly rejected by everyone.
The ANC Youth League President Collen Malatji has come to the defense of the League's Treasurer General, General Zwelo Masilela, following revelations that he held a senior researcher position at the Mbombela municipality for 5 years despite lacking a post-matric qualification. Malatji dismissed the controversy, stating it's nothing new and it happens all the time. The matter surfaced on Wednesday during parliamentary interviews for candidates vying for positions on the National Youth Development Agency Board. Economic Freedom Fighters Representative Sihle Lonzi challenged Masilela on how he secured the senior researcher role without the required qualifications. According to Masilela's CV, he worked at the municipality from 2016 to 2023 despite only obtaining a diploma in journalism in 2021. He clarified that he never applied for the senior researcher role but was placed in the position due to political restructuring. He said, I applied to be a personal assistant in the office of the chief whip, not a senior researcher, because I was deployed in a political office. There was movement and they just placed me there. I could not say no because it was beyond my control for 2 years. I had no assigned functions in that role. That was not my problem, but the municipalities. On Thursday, Lonzi filed a complaint with the public protector against Masilela, the NYDA and the Mbombela municipality, citing concerns over improper hiring practices. However, Malatji dismissed the complaint as political opportunism. He said those who have worked in political offices understand that these kinds of movement happen frequently. This was not a secret. Masilela himself formally raised concerns about being placed in a position that did not match his qualifications. He accused the Economic Freedom Fighters of using the issue to score political points, saying the EFF is the last organization to speak about corruption. But if they want the public protector to investigate, so be it. We are confident the right answers will come out. During the same briefing, Malatji also addressed AfriForum and the Solidarity Movement's recent trip to the United States, where they lobbied for international action against South Africa over alleged Afrikaner persecution. He dismissed their claims, asserting that Afrikaners had historically benefited from the land dispossession, and said if AfriForum does not want to work towards uniting South Africans, they are free to go to the US, but the reality is Afrikaners have nowhere else to go. The only place where they can exist freely is in South Africa. Malatji argued that many Afrikaners no longer align with AfriForum's stance and called on the group to engage in constructive dialogue, and said they must not try to divide black and white South Africans. If they truly care about this country, they should work with us to address socio-economic challenges caused by apartheid, which they benefited from. He urged AfriForum to collaborate with the Youth League on land reform and economic reconstruction rather than seeking external intervention, and said they should help rebuild the economy for the benefit of the majority instead of running to the US. The formal complaint to the Office of the Public Protector made by the youth leader Sihle Lonzi reads as follows. Mr. Sihle Lonzi hereby lodge a formal complaint with the Office of the Public Protector Advocate Koleka Kaleka in terms of Section 7.1 of the Public Protector Act 23 of 1994, which states the public protector shall conduct an investigation into any alleged improper or prejudicial conduct in state affairs or in the public administration in any sphere of government on receipt of a complaint or on own initiative, and shall endeavor to resolve such investigation in an expeditious manner. The Constitution of the Republic of South Africa, Section 195(1) of the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa reads, a public administration must be governed by the democratic values and principles enshrined in Constitution, including the following principles. A high standard of provincial ethics must be promoted and maintained. Efficient, economic, and effective use of resources must be promoted. Public administration must be development-orientated. Services must be provided impartially, fairly, equitably, and without bias. People's needs must be responded to, and the public must be encouraged to participate in policy making. Public administration must be accountable. Transparency must be fostered by providing the public with timely, accessible, and accurate information. Good human resource management and career development practices to maximize human potential must be cultivated. Public administration must be broadly representative of the South African people, and employment and personal management practices based on ability, objectivity, fairness, and the needs to redress the imbalances of the past to achieve broad representation. Local Government Municipality System Act 32 of 2000, Section 6 of the Local Government Municipality Systems Act 32 of 2000 reads, Duties of Municipal Administration. A municipality's administration is governed by the democratic values and principles embodied in Section 195(1) of the Constitution. The administration of the municipality must be responsive to the needs of the local community, facilitate a culture of public service and accountability among staff, take measures to prevent corruption, establish clear relationships, and facilitate cooperation and communication between it and the local community. Given members of the local community full and accurate information about the level and standards of municipality services they are entitled to receive. Inform the local community how the municipality is managed, of the cost involved, and the persons in charge. On the 26th February 2025, the Portfolio Committee on Women, Children, and People Living with Disabilities of the National Assembly conducted interviews for candidates who applied for positions on the National Youth Development Agency Board. The interviews were held at committee room, and among those interviewed was Mr. Masilela Malusi, who applied to be a board member and was shortlisted. As a member of Portfolio Committee, I participated in the interview process and had the opportunity to engage with Mr. Swelo regarding his professional background and qualifications. During the interview, I raised a concern about Swelo's work history as reflected in his CV and qualifications. According to his CV, Swelo had served as the Treasurer General of the African National Congress Youth League since 23 July 2023. More notably, his CV also indicated that he had held the position of Senior Research at Mobela Local Municipality in Nelspruit. From 2016 to 2023, the issue that arose was that Mr. Swelo had only completed his diploma in 2021. This meant that for a period of 5 years, 2016 to 2021, he was employed as a senior researcher despite not having a post-matric qualification at the time. With the formal complaint now before the public protector, the controversy surrounding Malisela's appointment is set to be scrutinized further. Whether the investigation clears him or reveals irregularities, the issue has reignited debates over political deployments and qualifications in the government roles. What's your take on this one, people? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more news.